Let's kick things off with a statement that might just change how you look at every digital transaction you'll ever make again. What if the fundamental way we think markets work is just plain wrong? Today, we're pulling back the curtain on what's called the architecture of the invisible. We're going to dive deep into who's really pulling the strings, who controls the sequence of events in our digital world, and why that power is maybe the most important and most hidden force in finance today. All right, so let's just get right to the core idea. The whole concept of a digital market being some neutral place where buyers and sellers meet, it's a myth. It's not a place at all. It's a queue, a line. But, and this is a huge but, it's not the kind of line you're used to. It's definitely not first come, first served.
Yeah, instead of an orderly line, I want you to picture an auction house. See, your transaction, the fact that you want to buy or sell something, that intention is basically put up for sale. And the highest bidder, they don't just get a better deal. They buy the literal right to cut in line and act before you do, using your own move against you.
So where in the world is this crazy auction happening? Well, it all goes down in this hidden arena, this digital waiting room that every single transaction has to pass through. So let's step inside this invisible room. Welcome to the mempool. The mempool, it's short for memory pool, is basically where your transaction hangs out before it gets confirmed and written in stone on the blockchain. Now, the most important part of that definition, the part that changes everything, is that it's a public, visible waiting room. Think about that. Your financial intentions are broadcast for anyone or anything to see before they're finalized.
This quote from our source material is just chillingly perfect. The moment you send a transaction, you're totally exposed. You are that naked swimmer. And the sharks? Well, they're these hyper-sophisticated algorithms with perfect vision, and they are built for one thing: to detect your move and exploit it.
And this whole process, this exploitation, it has a name. It's called Maximal Extractable Value, or MEV. And let's be clear, this isn't some bug in the system. It is a highly sophisticated, intentional wealth transfer mechanism. It's literally the profit that can be made just by having the power to decide who goes first. Okay, to make this feel a bit more real, let's walk through the most common type of MEV attack. It's so frequent, it has a nickname that tells you exactly what it does to you, the regular user. It's called the sandwich.
So here's how you get made into a sandwich. Step 1. A bot, they call it a searcher, sees your buy order sitting in the mempool. Step 2. It immediately jumps in front of you, that's called front running, and buys the exact same thing, which of course pushes the price up. Step 3. Now it's your turn. Your purchase goes through, but you're paying that new, higher price. And finally, step 4. The bot instantly sells what it just bought, pocketing that price difference for a totally risk-free profit.
Now, I really want to be crystal clear about what just happened here. That extra money you paid, that's not market slippage. It wasn't just bad timing or bad luck. No, it was a direct consequence of a predatory, calculated action. It's theft, plain and simple. And as terrible as that is for you and me, the sandwich attack is really just the tip of the iceberg. What we're seeing now is this whole process being industrialized. It's scaling up from what feels like a pickpocket on the street to something that could be a systemic threat to the biggest financial players in the world. I mean, just think about how the game has evolved. In the old days of high-frequency trading, it was all about speed. Firms would spend millions on microwave towers just to shave a few nanoseconds off their connection time. But in the world of MEV, speed isn't the weapon, sequence is. The key tool isn't a faster wire, it's the right to order the transactions, a right you get through code and, essentially, digital bribes. So who are these new gatekeepers? In the blockchain space, they're called validators and builders. They're the ones who actually assemble the blocks of transactions, and in a very real way, they are becoming the new central banks. They don't print money, no, but they do something arguably more powerful. They curate the flow of value itself. They literally get to control the timeline of financial reality. And right there,
That's why this isn't just some niche crypto problem. Because as more of our world moves onto blockchains, we're talking stocks, bonds, real estate, everything, MEV has the potential to become a hidden tax on all economic activity, a global tax on global GDP.
Just look at this number for a second. $500 billion. And that's considered a conservative estimate of how much value could be extracted every single year as this transition happens. This isn't some small leak. It's a massive, gaping hole in the global financial system.
To really put a fine point on it, imagine a country's sovereign wealth fund trying to rebalance its portfolio, a move worth trillions of dollars. An anonymous algorithm run by who knows who, sitting who knows where, could see that move coming and front-run it, effectively putting a tax on an entire nation-state. Suddenly, this isn't just about finance, it's about national security.
So you might be thinking, this sounds hopeless. How do you even operate in a world like this? Well, it means you have to learn a completely new set of rules. The whole game is changed.
What's really interesting is that the smartest people working on this aren't actually trying to get rid of MEV. Many see it as just an unavoidable part of transparent financial systems. So if you can't beat it, what do? The goal becomes to manage it, to make the process open and fair for everyone. The goal isn't elimination, it's democratization.
And we're already seeing solutions pop up, like a project called Flashbots. What they're trying to do is basically create an honest, open auction for that right to order transactions. So instead of shady backroom deals between these searcher bots and the validators, they're dragging the whole thing out into the daylight. It's about leveling the playing field.
And this all boils down to a very stark reality for anyone in this space. It's a binary choice. If your plan for buying or selling things doesn't actively factor in MEV, then you're not the one playing the game. You are the game. You're the profit. You are the yield.
Which brings us all the way back to that final question. When you factor in the invisible waiting rooms, the algorithmic predators, the ability to rewrite financial timelines, what's the ultimate lesson here? What's the new paradigm?
It's this. For decades, finance was a game of speed. Whoever was a microsecond faster won. That whole era is coming to a close. In this new invisible architecture, being fast doesn't matter nearly as much as where you are in line. Sequence is the new speed. Position is absolutely everything.
So we'll leave you with this one last thought. The old advice was always to watch the ticker, to watch the price. The new advice for this new world has to be watch the queue, because that's where the real action is. That's where the future of value is being decided, one transaction at a time.